Okay, 1 minute to go. Variam, uh, वरिंदर,
यस अंकल।
आपका नाम की मीनिंग क्या होती है? वरिंदर का मतलब क्या होता है?
अंकल वरिंदर का कुछ मतलब नहीं, पंजाबी नेम सब एक जैसे होते हैं, राइमिंग वर्ड्स कर देते हैं पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों के साथ, मीनिंग कुछ नहीं होता है
मीनिंग
वरिंदर
कुछ
का।
नहीं है, कुछ तो होना चाहिए।
वरुण वरुण का मीनिंग होता है, वरिंदर का मीनिंग तो मैंने बहुत ढूंढा, मुझे मिला नहीं।
चलो ठीक है।
मम्मी का नाम दविंदर, सिस्टर का नाम जतिंदर, मेरा वरिंदर, सब राइमिंग होता है।
ओके ओके। मैं रीता जी कहाँ है? रीता जी आए हैं नहीं? जय बाबा कुंडा जी।
जय बाबा।
पेरिन जसुमनी, जय बाबा।
जय मैं बाबा, जय मैं बाबा।
जय
Thank you. Jai mein Baba. Oh, so nice to see you. What's your name?
Mehransh
Okay, time.
Mehransh Vartak. Mehransh.
Meheraj.
Let's start with a small prayer, please. प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक का अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक, और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने की पात्र बन जाए। और तू हम सबकी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दृढ़ता से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। जय बाबा। जय बाबा everybody. Welcome to Baba's Thursday evening program from our Bombay Center. Before I commence, I'd like to call upon our Lord and Master Avatar Meher Baba to please come and join us. Not only just join us, but take over the entire proceedings of this session. Let each word be spoken as per his wish, and let everything happen as per his wish. Today, we've got quite a few things lined up. One is ये हमारे Varinder Vartak is going to speak. उसके बाद there is a few things which I would like to narrate about Dheeraj Jasawala, because it happens to be the day when he united with Baba. And also something which I didn't know, and I don't know if most of you may not have heard also, कि Rabia Martin, the director of Sufism, also went to Baba on this particular day. ये मुझे आज इंटरनेट पे पढ़ने को मिला, so I just wanted to share it. वो हम बाद में करेंगे, पहले वरिंदर will talk about her unique experiences with Meher Baba. The story is amazing. शी वॉज हेजिटेटिंग, वो बेचारी हेजिटेट कर रही थी, क्योंकि सब लोग बोलते हैं कि नैन उम्रीगर के थ्रू से आते हैं और ऑटो राइटिंग करते हैं, तो बॉम्बे सेंटर सपोर्ट नहीं करता है, ये नहीं वो नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। ओनली थिंग इज, ये मेरा खुद का ख्याल है कि बाबा इज गॉड, एंड गॉड has his own ways of bringing people to him, whether through this, that, whatever. Now that we have come to him, it is up to us whether we still hold on to these crutches that we took as support to come to him, or we drop these crutches and cling on to his daman forever. So, without making much ado, I would like to call upon Varinder ji. Please come and take over. Thank you.
जय बाबा अंकल, जय बाबा एवरीवन।
आइए Varinder ji.
जय बाबा एवरीवन।
ये आपको दिखता रहेगा साइड में मेरे बैठा बीच में। तो I'll just tell you about my story with Baba.
Varinder?
जी अंकल, can you hear me? Can you hear me, uncle?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
Are you there?
Sam uncle, we can hear her.
You can hear me, na?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, so my
Varinder
story.
ji.
जी अंकल। Uncle.
I think uncle's not able to hear you at his end.
Varinder ji, can you unmute yourself and switch on your video also and come online, please?
Yes, uncle. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'll call up uncle and I'll settle this conflict.
Welcome. So shall I start? I'll come.
Janice, are you around?
Sam, Janice is trying to adjust. You are the one that's not able to hear her. We are all able to
So,
hear her.
Varinder ji, you can start your sharing.
Okay. Jai Baba everyone. My name is Varinder and I'm going to share my story, my journey to Baba. My journey to Baba has been full of lot of suffering and pain. It was not easy for me to reach Baba. I had never heard about Baba's name in my entire life. A little brief about who I am and where I belong to. My name is Varinder, as you all know, and I'm a Punjabi. I'm a Sikh, and I was born and brought up in Ludhiana, and in a very loving family. So, बहुत मेरी प्यारी family है. I have a elder sister and a younger brother, and I was the one who was pampered a lot during childhood. और उधर ही मैंने I did my schooling, my college in Ludhiana only, and then my dad got transferred here in 2007, so we moved here to Thane. So I'm staying in Thane currently. बाबा का नाम तो नहीं सुना था कभी, बट सिंस द वेरी बिगिनिंग आई हैड अ क्वेस्ट इन मी। मैं हमेशा मम्मी को बोलती थी जब छोटी थी कि आई वांट अ गुरु, व्हाई डोंट वी हैव अ गुरु। तो मम्मी मुझे बोलते थे कि हमारे गुरु है, वी हैव द सिख गुरुस, बट आई वुड ऑलवेज टेल हर नो, आई वांट अ guru who can answer me, who can talk to me. So I always looked for a guru in my life, and I was always on a quest. There was always a very strong spiritual side of me since the very beginning. I used to paint, and I was like mostly a quiet child who used to spend most of the time in painting. And college में भी जब गई तो I found some like-minded friends, and we used to visit temples and gurdwaras in quest, in search of I didn't know what and who. यहाँ आ गए फिर 2007 में, and I got married in 2009 in a Maharashtrian family. So my husband is a Maharashtrian. मेरे फादर इन लॉ मुझे मिले थे, मैं यहाँ जब आई थी बॉम्बे, तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया ऑलवेज आई वाज स्पिरिचुअली इंक्लाइंड, सो आई डिड आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग कोर्स एंड आई मेट माय वुड बी फादर इन लॉ ड्यूरिंग while I was doing that course, and that's how I met my husband and we got married. um, I was like, मैंने बहुत एक्सप्लोर कर रही थी वो टाइम पे, इस्कॉन, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग, बहुत एक्सप्लोर कर रही थी ये सब spiritual sides, or I used to spend a lot of time in meditating. Life was very good. 2009 I got married. 2016 we thought of 2015 we thought of having a child. I conceived in 2016, and that was the happiest time of our lives. We prepared a lot for the coming baby, and but things didn't work out the way we had expected. Uh, I was scheduled to get a cesarean on 26th September, but 22nd September night, something unusual I could feel. I would not feel my baby move much. 23rd September, we went to the doctor and I was taken in for emergency cesarean. While I was lying on the operation table, I was just telling my God that मैंने कभी किसी का गलत नहीं किया and nothing wrong can ever happen to me. And I would just, keep praying, and I would tell my Guruji, Art of Living Guruji, that, I know you are with me. Nothing can ever go wrong with me. I've never done anything wrong. I was expecting my baby to cry, but nothing of this sort happened. All I could see at that time was a lot of uh, hustle and bustle and lot of fear on people's faces. फिर मुझे डॉक्टर्स ने बताया that she had aspirated meconium inside me. She had passed meconium, and she aspirated that, and that went inside her lungs. So they told me she is to be kept in ICU. But still I had so much faith in God कि कुछ गलत नहीं हो सकता है मेरे साथ, कुछ भी गलत नहीं हो सकता है. I have never done anything wrong in my life. Nothing can go wrong with me. इतना मेरा faith पक्का था वो टाइम पे. But ऐसे 2 दिन निकल गए, 5 दिन निकल गए, and she was on ventilator support, and I was not mobilized for 5 days. And after 5 days, when I was mobilized, so I was taken, and to see her for the very first time. I still remember the day when I went in that NICU. I had to wear a gown and a cap to enter the NICU. And the time when I first set my eyes on her, I just fell in love with her. And, I was so happy. I was meeting my baby for the first time. But I couldn't see her full face. I could just see her eyes, and I could see her nose. Her mouth was covered with the pipes. Pipes were running all over her body. And when I touched her, that was the first time she opened her eyes. And the doctor told me this is the first time she has opened her eyes today after 5 days of her birth. So it went on. I was discharged, but she was still there. And she was a fighter. For 47 days, she was on ventilator. And doctors still say that's one of the rare cases, ऐसा case होता ही नहीं. And usually the babies who are on ventilator, they are not able to sustain for so long, for so many days, 47 days. These are a lot of ups and downs during that period. बहुत नए treatment भी उस पे किए गए. Nitric oxide was given to her. That was the first time that was being given to any patient in that hospital. So we would see, cylinders full of nitric oxide were being taken to her room, and she was given nitric oxide. Her oxygen levels were not keeping well, and she was not able to breathe on her own. Days kept passing. She was growing bigger on that same bed. I would go and just stand there for hours and hours talking with her and asking her to stay strong and keep moving. Now अभी मुझे लगता है कि वो जो 47 days का prolonged period था, that was because that is how I got so attached to her, so connected to her. days kept passing like this, and I could see her, she was growing up on that bed. And then, you know, eventually ऐसा हुआ एक time के doctor said we can now see some hope, you know, she's showing some improvement, her lungs are getting cleared. So 8th November the doctor said we will now remove her ventilator. So 8th November ko they removed her ventilator, and you know, she was doing very well, her oxygen levels were able to match, and you know, just she was on oxygen mask, she was doing quite well. And you know, and during those 47 days I was just fighting with God, you know, कि मेरे साथ कुछ गलत मत करना. And I tried every possible way to please him, you know, right from going to Siddhivinayak temple to, you know, donating to people and what not, going to the temple and just chanting God's name, you know. I was trying to strike a deal with God, I was trying to just please him. तो 8th November को जब वेंटिलेटर निकाला, she was stable for few hours. At night I went to see her. I see a lot of, again I saw, you know, doctors इधर उधर हो रहा है सब, levels were not keeping up to the mark. And then I was telling that doctor, you know, the doctor, do something, do something. And then again after a few hours she was fine. Again I checked her in the morning, her levels were quite good and she was sleeping also peacefully. But just the night before, when her ventilator was removed, you know, uski, because of ventilator, you know, in her throat for so long, in her, you know, so she was not able to, her voice would not come out क्योंकि उसके पूरा swelling हो गया था गले में. So I could see when I went, you know, that she was crying because she was not being given any feeds क्योंकि वो ventilator निकाला. Then I could see she was constantly crying, but her voice would not come out. And I would keep telling the sister that, you know, she's crying, do something. आपको उसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है तो आप उस बच्चे पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हो. I was just fighting like that. And then morning she was fine, and you know, then we were like again कि ठीक है, level हो गया उसका and she's all right. And that day I went home to, you know, I just came back home to freshen up. And I was so relaxed that day कि मैं घर पे आके I just slept, and I don't know where I slept and how I slept because I had not slept all those days. और मैं ऐसे सोई, जब मैं उठी 12:30, then I just quickly rushed to the hospital. And I went to the hospital and I got the biggest shock of my life, and I saw that ventilator again inside her. And I asked the doctor, what is this? What has happened? He said she had PPHN crisis and again levels बहुत गिर गए थे, तो इसके लिए हमको उसको ventilator वापस से डालना पड़ा. And I still remember I would tell her, you know, keep going, फिर से निकालेंगे, but we have to come out of this, you know. You and me have to be together. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. I can't live without you. तो वो 47 डेज का जो पीरियड था ना, उसमें मुझे अभी लगता है बाबा ने इसके लिए इतना लंबा कर दिया था that I get so attached to her. And then later on this will make some way for me to meet Baba. And that 9th November afternoon, my mother had been just outside the NICU. We all were there all those days, and you know, my mother had never seen her. So doctor called her that day and said that just see her once because she's giving up and we can't do anything about it now. And I know my mother went, and you know, my sister went inside, and they came and they said that she's going away. You just go and see her once. वो सुनना ही मैं I was just not able to accept that, and I went inside her and I rubbed her my hand on her forehead, and again she opened her eyes. I still remember her eyes were half open, and the way she was looking at me, you know, it was something else. I had never experienced it before. I could see the pain in her eyes. I could see that she's going and she's also in pain, you know, that she's leaving me. उसके बाद से she just closed her eyes, and doctor said बाद में बहुत यही हो गया सब. All doctors and nurses were on her and they were trying to do the CPR, and finally she just gave up. And you know, and I don't know what happened after that. I was not in my senses, but I just remember my mother kept telling me जाके उसको. I never got a chance to take her in my hands all those days, and मम्मी बोलते लास्ट चांस है, उसको उठा ले, उसके बाद कभी नहीं मिलेगा ये. I don't know how I got that courage, and I just went to the NICU. and the doctor handed me her lifeless body. When I saw her, I could. Can you just give me 2 minutes? My son is calling me. He's in the washroom. I'll just come back. Sorry.
go ahead.
Just give,
पानी भी ला के पी लेना है.
Uncle, 2 minutes में आ रही हूँ.
Yeah. Okay. This is where the story starts. Anybody has any comments or any questions so far?
Sam Uncle, Jai Baba,
Jai Baba, who's this?
Dilshad,
Haji, Dilshan.
Dilshad Kapadia, yes.
Ji, boliye.
Wish you a very happy birthday.
Oh my God, thank you.
Have an awesome year ahead.
What?
And thank you for everything that you do to bring us closer to Baba.
Thank you, thank you.
Happy birthday, Uncle. Jai Baba.
Supposed to be secret and Dilshan screwed it all up. Chalo, kahi nahi.
It was Baba's wish that we all know now.
Haji?
That it's your birthday on this special day. Where you go.
We always sing birthday song for you.
Let's all sing happy birthday for Sam Uncle.
Yes,
Happy
yes.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Janice, start please. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear uncle.
Dear Sam Uncle.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
God bless Baba ne kiba.
Baba ki jai.
Avtar mein Baba ki jai.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. आ जाइए वरिंदर.
That was a much needed break. Thank you. Thank you, Baba.
Perfect timing. आ जाइए, बोलिए.
So, when I was given her lifeless body, that was a big revelation for me. तभी मुझे उस दिन realize हुआ first time that what is a soul, and that was the time I realized that her body is going to go, but I was in love with that soul who has gone. And I that day I just saw that promise in her eyes when I saw her for the last time, and I could see that she was telling me that I'm going to come back, and I could see that reassurance in her eyes. Or she was taken away, her body was taken away, and I knew that she has just gone, but she's going to come back. And I just kept telling her that I'll get you back. You have to come back to me only. You will not go anywhere else, is what I kept telling. And that was the day when everyone in the NICU cried, the doctors, nurses, because everyone had, spent so much time with her. Those 47 days, everyone had got attached. In fact, later we came to know that the doctor who was attending to her had just shut that room for many days, and the doctor said we would not go there also. It was so painful for everyone. So, uske baad, I don't remember how my parents and my family, how they got us home. But me and my husband were just broken. And, मेरी बेटी तो गई थी, but सबसे ज़्यादा मेरा faith पूरा टूट गया था. And I had such strong faith on God. And that day, I remember when we came home, I remember I took a rod and I broke all the God, all the idols that I had, all the photographs I had of God in my house. And I just broke everything, and I just, packed it in a packet, and I threw it out of my house. And I said, God, just go away. I don't want you in my life. I don't want such God. And that day I challenged. You are there, you will only tell me, and you will tell me, तुम अपने एक बच्चे को अपने मदर से गॉड तुम कैसे अलग कर सकते हो? You will only give me the answers if you exist. and I had challenged God that day. तो उसके बाद जब हम आ गए थे और me and my husband, we could not even think of staying in that house. And so my parents took us to their house in New Bombay, and after 2-3 days they had booked the tickets, and they said we will go to Punjab because we don't want you both to stay, like this and get into depression. तो मुझे याद है जिस रात जब भी उसकी when she had gone, then she had passed away, that night I saw her in my dream, and I saw her crawling in my house, and I saw her sitting on that hospital bed, and I saw that she was smiling and she was very very happy. And somewhere I had this thing that it's not the end, this is not the end. वापस से मुझे उसको मिलना ही है, मेरा उसका जो इनकम्प्लीट रह गया, that we have to fulfill that. No one can take that away. But I had lost all faith in God, definitely. And उसके बाद जब हम पंजाब गए तो there was someone in my mother's building, and she was a Reiki healer. So she told me, you come and you do Reiki with me, you will feel better. That was the first time while doing Reiki that I actually experienced what was energy. I could see, how energy would flow from my hands, and I started realizing the deeper truths of life beyond this body. And जब मेरी when the Reiki teacher was doing my attunement, so she came to me and she said in my ear, she said that, what, you are going to get your baby back in 7.5 months. And I didn't understand these messages, and I'm like, what is she rubbish she's saying? Nothing of this sort nothing good can ever happen with me. So she had exactly told me 7.5 months but you will get your baby back. And it didn't make any sense to me at that stage. And while saying that, she handed me over a book called uh, लॉज ऑफ स्पिरिट वर्ल्ड, खोर्शिद भावनागरी की जो बुक है, उसमें it's a story about the two sons, how they would auto write with their mother. And when I read that book, and I couldn't believe, because I had never heard about such thing in my life. मैंने कभी नहीं सुना था. And I was like shocked to hear something like this, read something like this. And then I started reading a lot about souls, and I was just trying to find her. I was in a search to find her, where she is does she still exist? I knew that she's still there, but where is she? I wanted to find out, is she all right? As a mother, I was concerned. So I don't know how I came across Nan Auntie Sounds of Silence, and I just got that book from Amazon, and I really don't know how I I got that book. And once I got that book, I started reading, but then I just kept it aside, and I thought, this is about some Meher Baba and some Parsi Baba. I'm done with these Babas, and I don't want to read this. So I just kept it aside. For I think it was lying like this for a few days. And then I don't know why I again picked up that book and I started reading. And when I saw Baba's photo there for the first time, I don't know what, it was a different feeling. I felt that I already know this person, I know him. And I showed the picture to my mother, and next day my mother came to me and she said, do you know what, I saw Meher Baba in my dream. And she said that Baba ki बहुत बड़ी form थी and पूरी light थी उनमें, and I was just a small tiny particle in front of him. And she said, बाबा कुछ तो है, बाबा कुछ तो है, बाबा के जो मैंने वो ड्रीम में देखा है ना, बाबा इज समथिंग, बाबा कुछ तो है, बाबा में बहुत पावर है. And then it just I still don't know, and I still don't remember how Nan Auntie's email ID came to me. I just still don't know that. I got in touch with her, I told her this, and she said that you have to wait for 3 months, that is the waiting period, you know till we get in touch with her soul. But still I told her that please find her, please tell me, ask Carl where she is, how she is. And see, it happened in so quickly, like 9th November she passed, and 16th December I got my first message already from Carl about my daughter. Now before this message came, I was just telling Meher Baba that if you are really there, how will I know this message is real or is this fake? I don't know that. I don't know her much, because I she was very small to talk, so I don't know her personality. I just know that she had the brightest eyes. So if there is some mention of that in the message, I'll believe that it's about my baby. So message में मुझे जो first message आया उसमें यही लिखा था that we found her, and her eyes had this ethereal light, and when she saw Baba, she has a strong connect to Baba. And then there was last line written that she will find her way back to you when the time is right. And I was so happy to read that line, that it it had that what I wanted to, I wanted to know that whether she is coming back, because I knew somewhere that this is not the end. So I would just keep on reading that message so many times in the day, and that would give me so much strength. And I was in a lot of pain, emotional pain, physical pain. And then these messages kept me going, and each and every word that I read of those messages gave me so much strength. And during that period, I saw I was just getting so much connected with Baba, and I could feel that I could feel that love coming from within for him. And I was like, yeah, this is not a love that would happen in a month or two. This is something old that I'm just rediscovering. So I was feeling so connected to Baba. uh, then I started having a lot of spiritual experiences with Baba. I remember 31st December, my husband had to join back work, and I was still in Ludhiana. The cold night there, and I saw my friends posting pictures with their children, and I was feeling so upset, that why this has happened with me. I still didn't have my answer. So many people would tell me, this is your bad karma, what is coming back to you. And I was telling, क्या इतना क्या बुरा कर्म किया होगा मैंने कि मैं I'm seeing this day. I mean, इतना मैंने क्या बुरा किया है. And I clearly remember that night, 31st December, everything was happening so quickly during that period of few months. And I clearly remember that night when I was sleeping, I slept, and I had I had someone communicating with me. And I know that someone was not talking. These were not words, these were coming to me as thoughts, and I would feel that someone is just fusing into my mind and giving me these thoughts. It was that kind of experience. So someone told me that night that don't compare yourself with others, don't look at other mothers. The love that you share with your child, no other does. I had those words ringing in my mind when I woke up, that the love that you share with your child, no other does. So this was Baba's way of telling me that don't compare yourself with others, because your love with your child is very special. And again, I kept telling him, what is so special now? You only have to tell me. So I was leaving everything to him, and I started looking up to him that Baba, you are only there now, who's going to help me. I can't come out of it. I'm like, I was totally into that thing, and I'm not able to move, Baba. If you are there, you help me. So the way I had challenged God, Baba was had just come in my life, and he was just answering all my questions. Within that short period, so much was happening to me. And few dreams that I would want to share, that I had which really gave me strength. And the first one was, again in December, my sister had a lot of dreams. She had many experiences with Baba during that period, although she doesn't believe in Baba now. But that time, she had so many experiences with him. So she told that she had a dream, and where a voice told her that, why do you keep crying? Do you know that I'm going to push her back again, and I'm giving you a task till then, that you have to find a new name for her, but this time her new name should have my name also. So she said that voice gave me names, like options, like Mehkai, and all these 2 3 names were given, and she said, I don't like these names. So that voice told her, okay, whatever it is, your choice, but my name has to be there. You have to put Meher in your in this child's name who is going to come next. So at that time we didn't know that Baba lovers have Baba's name in their kids name. I mean, that we never knew about. So it was Baba's order that we have Meher in her name when she comes next. Then another prominent dream was, I saw someone with the name Oak in my dream, OAK, someone with this surname. And I saw that person in my dream, and I just Googled. I woke up in the morning, I was like, what weird dream, who will have such a surname? I've never heard about this. And I actually Googled that name, and I found someone with the name Shashikant Oak, who is a Baba lover, who writes with Baba. And I read about him. He was a Air Force officer, and he was the one who, when he was posted in South, he got this way of reading, which is called Nadi Shastra. So they say everyone's past, future, pura bhavishya is written on those leaves. So I thought maybe Baba wants me to go there. So I found the Nadi Center in Mulund, and I went there, and they don't even ask your name. They just find your leaf with thumb impression. So they found, and they said your name is Varinder. And you won't believe that man told us everything about my daughter, what had happened to her, and and how she had to go. And something very prominent which he told was that you will have a guru in your life before you turn 40, and his name will start from M. So he said his name will start from M, and he will spiritually support you all your life, and unka guru darshan will be the most important thing for you, is what he told. Then he said that your daughter will return again, before you turn 35. And he said, I can also see a boy with her. I can see a boy who's just like Krishna, and usko bahut pyar karenge sab. And he told that the baby who is going to come next will be very much musically inclined. Uska bahut name or fame hoga bachpan se hi. So he told us these few things. And for me, when I said, I heard M, I was like, I've already found Meher Baba, and he's already supporting us so much. So ये सब बातें. So I was like, Baba kept me busy throughout that time with all these experiences. And another dream I had was, when Baba came and took me. Baba didn't speak anything, but I could see the light and the love in his form. And Baba just took me by the hand and took me to the other world. And there I could see there are many people. Everything is white, but everyone was there were people had no faces. And but I met someone with the name Chanji. And and he had a very typical kind of a sunken face. Yeah, say so. And when he looked at me, he didn't speak anything, but he looked very perplexed that what am I doing there. That he kind of he asked me, what are you doing here. So that was a look of his expression. And again, and I had never read anything about Baba ever. So again, I woke up in the morning, and Baba just gave me the glimpse of the other world. When I again Google and I found the person named Dada Chanji, who was Baba's secretary for so many years, and he looked exactly the way I saw him in the picture. The similar kind of a sunken face. And again, I was like, what Baba you are doing with me. And I was very doubtful, so I kept questioning him, and he kept me busy with these kind of experiences. uh, so then we thought of going to Mehrabad. So it was Feb at this time, month of February. We first went to Mehrabad. I had a lot of doubts about our auto writing, and Baba had something for me there to clear all my doubts. Now we all know that when we go to Mehrabad और वहाँ पे auto writing की बात कोई नहीं करता है. I कुछ नहीं होता ऐसा. So the time when I went inside Baba's room, and there was a girl sitting there, and only both of us were there. She just took out a book and she started writing. And I could see, the way she was writing with so much force. And the letters were not like normal writing. It was just one letter on one page, and she was just going on writing. And I could see that something is driving her. It is not her who is writing. And that day, all my doubts with auto writing were just gone. And when she was going out of the room, I caught her and I said, you're going to help me. And then later she told me that she has never done auto writing in Mehrabad before. But then that time Baba had told her to go to Mehrabad, and she was told that तुमको किसी की help करनी है तो तुम Mehrabad जाओगे ये time पे. So that girl, she said, I came to Mehrabad. I was not planning to come, but because Baba told me, I came. And then she gave me contact of a Baba's medium in Pune, and I went to her, and she again told me a lot of things. And something very prominent that happened with me when I was sitting at Mehrazad was, Baba Jammers ka satsang was going on, and I suddenly felt that something just came and hit my, the middle of my eyebrows, and I could feel, something was just entering inside me. I could feel some energy entering, and that was the time I had a vision. I saw Baba sitting on that chair, and I remembered each and every detail of that room, and I remembered Baba was wearing a garland with mogra ka flower the or rose ke flower the, and the way Baba was just giving darshan, and I just opened my eyes and I was startled, and maybe I thought I have seen him like this. I have seen him giving darshan on this chair before. So then I was recollecting my past, my life with Baba. I was rediscovering my love for Baba, and he just kept me going through these experiences. So lot of dreams, lot of visions, and I could feel my love for Baba getting stronger and stronger. And I had never read about Baba's life or Baba's words. I still don't do that. All I know is that love for him, and I could feel that was getting so stronger with each passing day. um lot of experiences with him, lot of dreams, and then ऐसे करते करते time, those few months were just going, and it was the end of April. I had a dream. I saw Baba in that dream, and Baba was like in some old school, and he was wearing spectacles, and he had covered his head. So he, didn't speak, but he told me, I'll be around you, but I'll be disguised. So I had this word in my head, disguised. So he said, I'll be around you, but I'll be disguised. So 2-3 days passed. I was not able to understand the meaning of that dream. Then after 2-3 days, I teach in a school. So, in one class, I was not in front of that student, but in that class, there was a grade 3 child, and he was in his math class. He kept his pencil down and he told his teacher, Miss Varinder is going to be pregnant. And then he just took his pencil and he started writing. And the teacher came to me later and she said, this is what that boy is saying. That I don't know how to tell you this because you just suffered from a loss. But this boy, I don't know what happened to him, just said, Miss Varinder is going to be pregnant. And then I could like recollected, Baba came in my dream and he said, I'll be disguised. So, then I was able to connect the dots, and you won't believe that is the day when I actually conceived. And I didn't know that, of course, but and like everything was just guided, and everything was happening as per his plan. And then what happened after 2-3 days, I read Mani Didi's post somewhere on Facebook. It came in front of me and it was written, Baba's grace comes disguised, that same word. And I could connect the dots. Baba had given me that message that now is the time, now it is the time. And he gave me that message through that dream, and so beautifully things were getting connected. Then it was 20th May, my sister had come. It was our anniversary, and we were really upset. And my sister again had a dream while she was sleeping in my house, and she opened her eyes and she said, you know what, you have to do the pregnancy test. And I said, don't tell me that. I don't have I don't have those guts to do that yet. So I just ignored what she said. And 23rd May, I left for work, from home. And just as I left my house, and I saw Baba written there in big letters behind the car, and I was like, Baba, aaj kya, morning you are there, what is it that what is going to happen today? So evening that I started feeling that I'm not feeling well, and I could sense that something is different. I took the test that evening and it came out positive. And I can't tell you what was my state at that time. I just called my mother and said, Baba has done his magic. He's just taken away my pain, Mama. So and this is how, like, it was so smooth. It was just as per his plan. Then when we went for the sonography, my due date was given. It was 31st January. Baba's Amar Tithi was the date that was given to us. And I could see Baba behind everything. And even during that period, when I was pregnant, Baba was there with me all throughout. And which doctor to go to, which sonographer to go to, which hospital to go to, I would get everything. I mean, he guided me with everything. And I uh, uh, then I got this message that Kia is on her journey back to me, and we will not disturb her soul now. So you just go with the flow, and this is how Baba had to enter your life. This is the experience that you had chosen to be with Baba again, and one of the messages also read that your connection with him is so strong, and he's just blessed your child also with this blessing will remain with him forever and ever. So the such kind of messages, and it said you just rediscovered your connection with Baba, and now he will enter your existence in many ways. So and I now got answers to my questions why things happened with me like that. It was not my bad karma, it was my experience that I had chosen, so that I can get connected to Baba again through my daughter in this life. So this is how it happened. And then 31st December, I was admitted in the hospital a month before, and 1st January 12 o'clock, just the time when Baba left his body, 12 o'clock my son came in this world a month before, and he's Baba's new year gift to us. And again, when the doctors told me it's a boy, I was like, Baba ke saath jhagda. Baba, you've cheated me, you had to give me a girl back. Why you've given me a boy? So still Baba had to uncover a lot in the coming days. So when my Baba, you've cheated me, you've not sent my daughter, you sent someone else. So when my son was given to me, he was put on my cheek. I didn't मैंने उसको प्यार भी नहीं किया, and I still regret that time, and I tell him also sorry for doing that. And his sugar levels were little low, so he had to be kept in the same NICU for 2 days. So he was in the same NICU as my daughter. Life had come 360 degrees. The place where I had lost her, he came back from that same place. And what I could not do for the first time, that everything happened in the second time. I heard him cry, and so he was kept in NICU for 2-3 days, and then he was given to us. And I can't tell you that moment when I first held him in my hand, and and it was that reunion after so many months, and felt like वापस से सब पूरा हो गया जो मन में रह गया था last time. And then my mother-in-law, got his horoscope. He was born on super moon day. That was super moon day. And when मेरे mother-in-law ने horoscope निकाला, so my daughter's name was Kia. तो इसका name भी की से आया था. So I like, Baba, ठीक है, you are trying to convince me now. And then I could see Mehranj was a very different child. He looked like an old soul, the look in his eyes, and he would like, I could feel that first few months, that hunger, what he had left in his past, I could see that, how much he would cry, when he was hungry. So I could just connect everything. And then something that happened that really, I mean, shook me, and I was not prepared for it. Was when 23rd September was my daughter's birthday, and Mehranj had just turned. We named him Mehranj, Baba's Ansh. As per Baba's order, we've given Meher in his name. So when he had just started speaking, he was 1 year and 9 months. He just started speaking, and I was sitting under Baba's photo, and I was very upset that day. I said, Baba, agar aisa hi hai na, to let him speak, let him tell that he was who. So you will not believe what happened. I was just telling him that, and I just asked him like that, who were you before? And he said Kia. And we had never said that name in front of him ever. And then I couldn't believe. I asked him many times, and his answer was same, Kia. And then I asked him, where did you go? And he said, Nair Baba. And he was very confident. I mean, 1 year, 1.5-year-old child. And then I asked him, who sent you back? He said, Meher Baba. So his answers remained same for many months. And then one day, I was in the kitchen making something. He was sitting next to me, and he was just holding his foot, and he was telling me, and I was like, what happened? He said, Kia was in hospital, and उसको ना पैर में बहुत पेन करते थे, उसको बहुत टुच्चू देते थे, मतलब means he would say that injections were given, and he remembered that pain, and he remembered everything. So I asked his doctor. So doctor said her blood would be removed from her foot many times in a day. So he still remembered those, and he would keep on telling me these things for many months. And then I said, Baba, okay, I not believe you. Let him not remember that pain, no. So just let him forget. So when he started speaking, pura bolne laga, 2 and 2.5, then he, all those memories started fading away. But those few months, his answers remained the same. And even when he was very small, 6 months, he would just sit and just keep looking at Baba's photo for, so many minutes continuously. He would just keep at looking at him. And then, at 6 months, he started doing this. When would see Baba's photo, he would say, do like this, Jai, Jai. So, I could see that he has that love within him, and which I have not taught anything. Now, before he turned 2, he started saying Baba's prayers, universal prayer, what I used to say. So I could like, he would complete the sentences. So words like conception, eternal, imperishable, unfathomable, even before he turned 2, he knew all these Baba's prayers. And, I could see that connection, what he had with him was very old. So, abhi bhi at night also, I can't sleep without I say his prayers. He tells me, I'm Baba's danda on your head. If I'm not there, you will never say, your prayers. So this is how he is. And now also, if you ask him who's Baba, he'll say Baba is God. And there was one point in my life when I would, say that how can people call a person as a God. And now I also call Meher Baba as my God, because when my heart was crying and I was, looking for those answers, it was Meher Baba only who came and, and helped me out. And definitely he's my God now. And now also we feel in every situation, if there is something, I just call out to him and he's there to tell me that I'm with you, don't worry, I'm with you. It's always like this. I put him in the school and I was like, have I made the right decision, that I put him in the school? And then I was called by the principal, and then, the principal knew Meher Baba, and they were like, no, he's in safe hands. I'm like, Baba, kahan se aap aate ho, bas aapko hi pata hai. So, he's there with us throughout, and, life is now complete, and we have Baba with us now, and nothing more than that. And, it's just that love for him. I don't know much about Baba, and I don't know Baba's words. I've not read anything, but it's just that connect and that love for him is what matters to me. So I think that is what how I came to Baba, and this was all Baba's will.
कुछ और बताइए।
मेरे पापा ही
बाद में
पापा ही है।
उसका तो एकदम फाइनल फिनाले में रखेंगे उसको।
जी बाबू, जी अंकल,
हाँ जी,
जी अंकल, I couldn't hear you.
I said कि आप और कोई एक्सपीरियंसेस हुए हैं तो इज ना 5 years ना, तो और कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस है।
और एक मेरे साथ एक्सपीरियंस हुआ था, मेरे उस टाइम पे ना मेरे फोन में क्रैक्स आ गए थे कुछ. I still remember I was sitting at the doctor and my mother said, what happened on your phone? And we saw my phone, and very clearly it was written on my phone, Meher, just before Mehransh was born. Those cracks had Meher written in. I took the picture also, and I still have his recordings of when he was very small and he would say Baba's prayers, and when he would say that I was Kia and I went to Meher Baba, and he would tell me I went to Baba there. So he would act like little upar karta, the action that I went there to him, and then he told me go back to mama. So and now also I had written a book last year. So when that book came, he asked me, mama, ye tumhari book hai, to isme kya story hai? So I told him, this is my story. So he said, I know, I have seen you crying in that room many times. So still sometimes he talks things which are, I don't know. So it's all Baba's this thing. And I have to tell you this, that Mehransh had a very, very good memory. When he was 3 years old, and at 4 he made Asia Book of Records for his memory. So just as we were told, that I was told by 3 people that they can see a boy with my daughter. So that was, maybe it was the message that she's going to come in this form now. And now also, he's much ahead of kids of his age. I mean, he does multiplication and all. He's in just senior KG, and he's able to read all the books and everything. So I can see that he's not his age, and he's very much musically inclined, and he Baba's Meher Dhun he plays on the piano at just 5 years, and he tells me Meher Dhun to मैं आके बंद करके बजा सकता हूँ. So it's just within him, and that he was also playing Oh Glorious Eternal. So I'm not teaching him anything. I don't do anything for Baba in my house except the prayers, but I can see that love is there. You want to play Meher Dhun?
Yes.
Go.
Let me please.
Can
Yes,
Mehran
please play
Meher
it,
Dhun?
play it. Yes, please.
Go.
Wanna have you play it, please.
You want me to help you, my lunch? On karo.
Beta, when I will say start,
Okay.
then I will play. 3, 2, 1, start. Thank you. Yeah, Baba.
Thank you, enjoy Baba.
Hey,
You
Baba.
are amazing. You are amazing. I want to keep hearing you.
Buddy,
Thank you.
Thank you.
maybe request him to recite the prayer or the आरती हो glorious कुछ भी जो भी उसका मूड करे वो.
You want to sing? Beloved God, help us help.
Beloved God, help us. Ah, Mama.
Keep your legs straight. Keep your legs
So beloved
straight. Beloved God.
Beloved God, help us unto more and more and more and more till we at more till we become worthy of union with you. Help us all to hold fast in the very end. Thank you. Yeah, Baba.
I have no words to say. I just don't know what to say. ये लड़के ने पागल कर दिया मेरे को.
Just amazing. Just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful. Thank you, Baba.
My name is not Baba. Meherans.
Sorry, sir.
Say Meher.
Okay, Dilshad Kapadia has a question. Go ahead, Dilshad.
Okay.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to thank Meransh for the lovely treat that he gave
Yes,
us.
Baba.
Meransh, you are so cute and you are so sweet. And interacting with you, the way you sang and the way you said thank you in the end, you are so well brought up. It was like meeting Baba in a very small, simple capsule, so to speak. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Meransh. And thank you, Varinder.
Thank you. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Yeah, Khuda. I just don't know what to say. कुछ समझ में नहीं आता क्या बोलने का.
It is very difficult for me to share this, but I think this is Baba's way of healing me. Still, what is kept inside me is healing me through this sharing.
Maybe that is what you think. But the reaction of people who listen to you, idiots like me, हमारा जो फेथ है ना, वो कितना 10 गुना ज्यादा बढ़ गया है आज. Only God can do all this. Varinder, only God can do all this. उनके सिवाय और कोई नहीं कुछ कर सकता है. Nobody can do all this. And of course, you are so blessed, and so are we. We are all so blessed to have you speak to us and share this. Because अगर ये हम नहीं सुनते, and I mean it in the nicest way, अगर ये हम नहीं सुनते, तो मेरा जीवन अधूरा रह जाता था. My life would have been incomplete. I don't know if how to thank this Rita ji, Piyush's mother. उन्होंने आपका नाम, of course this is all Baba's way of working and going around and all that. But let me share a small secret with you. Today happens to be my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, uncle.
This is the best
birthday.
gift I have ever received in my entire life. I just don't know how to thank you all, both.
Uncle. This I forgot to tell one thing which I really want to tell. You know, I wrote this book last year, and when I finished writing the book, I just WhatsApp Nan auntie that, auntie, can you please write the foreword for this book? And it was Saturday evening, and you know, auntie told me that send me your script very quickly. And I sent it to her, and Sunday afternoon she messaged me that, Varinder, I have written the foreword and I send it to you on the email, please check. And I really thanked her for that. And then Tuesday morning I heard that auntie passed away. And yes, just before her passing, 2 days before, she wrote the foreword. And you know, this is her blessing to me, the foreword that, you know, she just wrote before she went. And I was like, you know, somewhere she knew about this and she was in a hurry. She told me, give it to me quickly. And the next day she came back with, you know, with it. So,
जरा दिखाइए वो बुक, वापस दिखाइए.
Meher's Meher.
या खुदा.
Uncle, and I, you know, I now feel कि बाबा ने मुझे ये गिफ्ट दिया था ड्राइंग करने का शुरू से. And now I feel उसका कुछ मैं कर पा रही हूँ. So these all, if you see these illustrations, these are all done by me.
Oh, wow.
जी, so बाबा का कुछ कुछ कभी स्केच या सब करने का बाबा दे देते हैं.
फॉरवर्ड में क्या लिखा है वो जरा पढ़िए प्लीज. If it's not too long or not too difficult to read.
The foreword where what Nan auntie wrote.
जी.
उन्होंने लिखा, Dear readers, this book is about a soul who lost all interest in life after a traumatic experience. Varinder describes in great detail the pain and trauma that she went through after losing her darling daughter a few months after birth. Life had no meaning for her anymore. While she was at the lowest ebb in her life, Avatar Meher Baba entered her life in quite a miraculous manner. She has described all her beautiful spiritual experiences. She sincerely believes that Meher Baba, though not in his physical body, is strenuously working towards the spiritual liberation of mankind. While she mourned, groaned, and struggled, and felt totally left down and lost faith in the Almighty, Baba entered her life and changed the whole scene around. He healed her aching heart and brought life back into her life. It was nothing short of a miracle. Baba helped her come out from the depths of despair by giving her a new reason to live again. What exactly happened, I leave that for you to find out from this book. All I can tell you is that she has now become a pillar of strength for so many, and through the pages of this book, hopes to help others through their dark times. I trust that reading this book will help you realize that when you are sincerely searching, Baba always finds a way to answer your call.
जय बाबा. I have one request, Varinder. जब भी आपको मौका मिले, खास करके संडे इवनिंग को, if it's possible, आपके हस्बैंड और ये बंदर के साथ do come and visit our Bombay center.
Yes, uncle.
और a day before that, please make sure you call me up.
Okay.
I will ascertain कि मैं वो मीटिंग में हाजिर होऊंगा और I just want to give you both a very tight hug. Thank you. Because y'all are really, really special. Which city is Varinder in? Varinder is very much in Mumbai only.
Thane, yes. And I feel so connected with you everyone. Although I'm not seeing anyone, it feels like मेरे खुद के ही लोग हैं ये सब मेरे खुद के ही लोग हैं. कभी ना कभी कहीं ना कहीं I would have met each one of you somewhere. We are all so connected. ऐसा अपनापन कहीं और लगता ही नहीं है बाबा लोगों के साथ जैसा लगता है.
हे खुदा, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. It's all beyond me now. क्या करें?
Just say Jai Baba, that's all. What else can you do? But I have a question for, Virendra. Has she read God Speaks?
I had started reading, but I didn't understand anything, so I kept it away.
No. There are lot of people. Yeah.
मेरी भी वही हालत है.
Yeah.
Anybody else wants to ask? Jimmy Khan, are you there?
I once told बाबा कि बाबा कभी ऐसा टाइम आ जाए मुझे भी गॉड स्पीक्स में पढूं और मुझे कुछ समझ में आए. अभी तो मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है उसमें.
So, Uncle, I've heard that Baba said, even if you don't understand God speak, still read it.
हाँ, सही बात है. पढ़ना जरूर है.
Yes, Sam.
Jimmy Khan, come in.
Yeah, Varinder, I'm talking to you.
Jai Baba.
I'm not Jai Baba to you. Very passionate life of yours, very powerful, kind of very hurting also. In a long time. Baba bless you. And Baba bless your child also.
Thank you.
Very powerful story.
I never knew this will become a story.
This is not a story. This is life.
It's a life of pain. It's a life of pain and reward, both. Happy she came back to you in your life.
Hey, Baba.
God bless you. Baba bless you.
Will you stay on for a few minutes whilst I finish off whatever I'm supposed to do? क्या आपको जाना है?
नहीं अंकल, I'll stay.
Oh, thank you. देखिए, ये आज मैंने इंटरनेट पे पढ़ा था. So I'll just read it out. The light that came into her eyes and her happiness was beyond words. This is about the Sufi group की उस ज़माने की Rabia Martin. In the year 1947, Rabia Martin directed Sufi groups in the United States, South America, and Australia. During 1946, at the age of 75, Rabia Martin made plans to travel to India to meet Meher Baba and work out the details of setting up a new organization for Sufism in America and Australia. An Australian Sufi and writer, Francis Brabazon, was sent by the leader of the Sufis in Australia, Baron von Frankenberg, to California to accompany her to India. Soon, however, it became clear that she was too ill to travel and she was forced to give up her plan to meet Baba in India. The doctors had diagnosed that she was dying of cancer. In 1947, a few days before July 23rd, Rabia Martin's birthday, Meher Baba sent a message of blessings to her. Her daughter Etta was with her and she recalled, I do remember one night, when she lay very ill in my home, that a cablegram came from Baba in which he blessed her. I also think it was around her birthday time too. This message was wonderful for Murshida. The light that came into her eyes and her happiness was beyond words. Meher Baba's message was a great consolation to Rabia Martin before her death. She passed away peacefully on August 31st, a little more than a month after her 76th birthday. Rabia Martin was not destined to meet Meher Baba in this personal life, but she achieved her deepest wish by bringing Sufism in America and the Western world under the guidance of the Avatar. She entrusted her work to the successor she named a month before her death, Ivy Oneta Deuce. So this was the life of Murshida. Eraj Jasawala joined beloved Baba also on August 31st, 2001. So there was something on the net for today. It says, remembering Eraj Jasawala. He was born on October 13, 1916 and joined Baba on 31st of August 2001. So how many years does that make him? Can somebody work it out, please? Eraj was born in Bombay, India, and was a close disciple of Meher Baba and one of his mandli. He was also the primary interpreter of Meher Baba's alphabetical board and later his unique sign language. Eraj survived Meher Baba's death by 32 years, continuing to live at Mehrazad and assisting Meher Baba's sister Mani Irani in her work as chairman of the Avatar Meher Baba Trust. After her death in 1996, he continued to go to the trust office in Ahmednagar until his own death in 2001. He was an inspiration for followers and disciples of Meher Baba from the east and west until the end. Eraj was well known for telling stories of Meher Baba's life, and his books are taken from these accounts. Eraj was one of Baba's jewels. Now, someone said, sorry, 1916 to 2001. What is that, Dilshad?
Sam uncle, you asked how somebody can calculate how old he was. So I wrote earlier 2016. So I said instead of 2016, it is 1916 to 2001, which would be 84 years.
80?
84.
85. Yeah.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
And Baba was born in 1984. Just a correction.
Oh, wow. Shabbas, thank you. Thank you, Dilshad.
Most welcome.
Now the most touching, the final finale of this entire session is a prayer which Eraj used to recite often. It's called Eraj's prayer to Meher Baba, of course. It goes like this. Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me, in spite of what I am and how I am. You have always overlooked my weaknesses and forgiven my trespasses. You have never once chastised me. On the contrary, you have always showered your love upon me and your graces upon me. I have no words to express my gratitude but to utter, "Oh Baba, oh Baba, oh Baba." I'm grateful to you for everything. I remain grateful to you ever and ever. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you to never ever let me down. Baba, never ever let me down. Never ever reject me, but accept me as I am and how I am. Oh Baba, guard me and guide me and help me. Hold my hand and lead me on till the very end. Fill me with your love from top to bottom, from side to side, inside and outside, so that your love pervades and permeates me, engulfs and envelopes me, and all that is your love and not I. I remain resigned to your will, and let thy will be done always, always, always. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. What a beautiful session this one has been. Don't you think so, Varinder? बोलिए बोलिए कुछ बोलना है.
I just want to be quiet now. Feeling so good after hearing the prayer.
हजारों पंडित, हजारों श्याने, खुदा की बातें खुदा ही जाने. जय बाबा. Just one small request, Varinder. ये छोटू से कुछ प्रेयर या आरती कुछ बुलवाइए. What can you tell him to recite? Whatever.
Meher Baba, Meher Baba,
Prayer कुछ है.
Baba, Meher 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 Baba.
अवतार मेहर
Baba की जय,
अवतार मेहर बाबा की
मेहर बाबा की जय, मेहर बाबा की जय.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। हे परवरदिगार, सबके राखनहार और सबकी रक्षा करने वाले, तुम्हारा कोई आदि नहीं है और न तुम्हारा कोई अंत है। तुम अद्वैत हो, तुम तुलना से परे हो और तुम्हारा पार कोई नहीं पा सकता है। तुम्हारा कोई रंग और कोई रूप नहीं है। तुम आविर्भाव से रहित हो और तुम गुणातीत हो। तुम अपार हो और अगाध हो, कल्पना और धारणा से परे हो, शाश्वत और अनाश्वत हो। तुम अखंडनीय हो और दिव्य नेत्रों के सिवाय और किसी भी प्रकार से तुम्हें कोई नहीं देख सकता है। तुम्हारा अस्तित्व सदैव था, तुम सदैव रहते हो और तुम सदैव रहोगे। तुम सर्वत्र हो, तुम हर वस्तु में हो और तुम हर जगह से परे तथा हर वस्तु से परे भी हो। तुम आकाश में हो और पाताल में हो। तुम व्यक्त हो और अव्यक्त हो। तुम सब लोगों पर हो और समस्त लोगों से परे भी हो। तुम तीनों भुवनों में हो और तीनों भुवनों से परे भी हो। तुम अगोचर हो और स्वतंत्र हो। तुम सृष्टि के रचने वाले हो, स्वामियों के स्वामी हो, समस्त मनो और हृदयों के ज्ञाता हो। तुम सर्वशक्तिमान हो और सर्वव्यापी हो। तुम अनंत ज्ञान हो, अनंत शक्ति हो और अनंत आनंद हो। तुम ज्ञान के महासागर हो, सर्वज्ञ हो, अनंत ज्ञान रखने वाले हो। तुम भूत, वर्तमान और भविष्य के ज्ञाता हो और तुम स्वयं ज्ञान हो। तुम पूर्ण दयामय हो और सदैव हितकारी हो। तुम आत्माओं की आत्मा हो और अनंत गुणों से संपन्न एक परमात्मा हो। तुम सत्य, ज्ञान और परमानंद की त्रिमूर्ति हो। तुम सत्य के मूल हो, प्रेम के महासागर हो। तुम सनातन सत्ता हो, ऊंचों में सबसे ऊंचे हो। तुम प्रभु और परमेश्वर हो। तुम परब्रह्म हो और परात्परी परब्रह्मा भी हो। तुम परब्रह्म परमात्मा हो, अल्लाह हो, इलाही हो, यजदान हो और प्रियतम ईश्वर हो। तुम्हारा नाम इज्जत अर्थात एकमात्र पूज्य है।
हे असीम दया के निधि प्रभु राज, हम अपने सब पापों के लिए पश्चाताप करते हैं। हर एक विचार के लिए जो असत्य, अनुचित या गंदा था, हर एक बोले हुए शब्द के लिए जिसे बोलना हमें उचित न था, और हर एक कर्म के लिए जिसे करना हमें उचित न था। स्वास्थ्य से प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द तथा विचार के लिए तथा देश प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए हम पश्चाताप करते हैं। विशेषकर हर एक कामुक विचार तथा क्रिया के लिए, ऐसे हर एक वचन के लिए जिसको हमें पूरा नहीं किया, सब असत्य वचनों के लिए, सभी निंदा, पाखंड, दम और लोगों के पीछे उनके दोष बताने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। और खासकर दूसरों का नाश करने वाले हर एक कर्म के लिए, दूसरों को दुख देने वाले हर एक शब्द तथा कर्म के लिए तथा दूसरों पर दुख गिरने की इच्छा करने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। हे प्रभुराज, आप हम पर असीम दया करके हमारे किए हुए पापों को क्षमा कीजिए और वैसे ही आपके मर्जी के अनुसार विचार करने में, बोलने में तथा कार्य करने में जो हमारी असमझता सदा रहती आई है उसको भी क्षमा कीजिए, यही हमारी आपसे प्रार्थना है। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक, और फिर उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाए। और तू हम सबकी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दुर्दास से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
बुझावे नार लटनी कर कुड राटने फरमाटू छेलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे माटू अयामो षड मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न डरिए सर खुदाना साठ ठीवा के फठई पे ठो मेहर बाटू तुझे लिख की कटनो टुआशे भीने आरिफ पे तुझे तरी याई वहदत मारे फटनो होई तू फाटू हमोरे रख में ऐसा लेख बखजे ज्ञान ईसटनु के तुझ पर माट ज्ञानी चने मुख तारी रफाटू खुदाना प्रेमनो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त मने कर छे तुझ पर जान सदके साखिया पीदे पे माटू हमारी नाव भर दरिए टरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदा मेहर बाबा चैनिगे बाटो हमारा ना खुदा मेहर बाबा चैनिगे बाटू बुझावे नार लटनी कर कुट रटने परमाटू चेलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे माटू। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। May Baba forgive us, forgive me rather, for breaking the tradition, but I would like to repeat Irach's prayer one more time before we part. Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me, in spite of what I am and how I am. You have always overlooked my weaknesses and forgiven my trespasses. You have never once chastised me. On the contrary, you have always showered your love upon me and your graces upon me. I have no words to express my gratitude, but to utter, "Oh Baba, oh Baba, oh Baba." I am grateful to you for everything. I remain grateful to you forever and ever. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you, never, never ever let me down. Baba, never ever let me down. Never ever reject me, but accept me as I am and how I am. Oh Baba, guide me, guard me, and help me. Hold my hand and lead me on till the very end. Fill me with your love from top to bottom, from side to side, inside and outside, so that your love pervades and permeates me, engulfs and envelopes me, and all that is your love and not I. I remain resigned to your will, and let thy will be done always. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. There'll be a minute's silence, and then we shall part. Beloved Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Beloved Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Baba, and thank you for this most touching meeting in a long, long time. Thank you.